everyone. Guess what? I'm on here a little bit early because I figured I would drink some coffee here and then work out later. As opposed to first thing in the morning. This is the few last days of me being 42 years old. I can't believe I'm going to be 43 on Wednesday, man. Oh, shit. Why is this happening? Can someone let me know? I want to know why I'm going to be so old. Oh, old. My shoulder is totally shot to shit. It sucks. I can barely move it. It hurts. But what are you going to do, man? Good morning, Amy. How are you? Living my best life with my shitty shoulder. It's so bad. It's so bad. Last night it kept waking me up. So last night I was so effing excited, man. Guys, I was just so excited. I don't know if I want to say why, but technically I'm getting a birthday present, but I'm not getting it for a few weeks. And it's the coolest thing on planet Earth. And I can't wait to show all of you guys. And I could not sleep last night. I had the blankets and I was just like, I can't stop thinking about this. I can't stop thinking about this. And you guys will see why. So mark your calendar. 8/4, a couple days before my birthday. Your girl is hyped. I'm so hyped. All I can think of is this gift that I'm getting. And it's amazing. Good morning, Isabel. How are you? I am doing great. I'm doing great. Truly. Good morning, Wendy. Good morning, everyone. Oh, I'm so tired. Maybe I should drink a little more coffee. Wake up for you guys. Hello? Is this locked? Yes. I'm like, can I get some coffee out of this bitch? Oh, I'm like, I'm not going to lose the weight I need to lose by this Wednesday for my big birthday splurge. So I'm a little bummed about it. A little bummed. I'm not feeling very good in my own skin, but guys, I just love to eat. So it's like, that's the conundrum. You know what I mean? What's up, Momo? Good morning. That is the fucking conundrum. Good morning, scattered. Hello. You had one cup. Dude, if I drink this, then I've had 11 cups of coffee, technically cups. So almost a full pot. My husband quit drinking coffee, which makes me very sad, but I am never going to quit because I like to have planned bowel movements. You know what I mean? Like, I like to know when I'm going to take a shit. It is very important to me. Before coffee, so I started drinking coffee at almost 33 years old. But before I drank coffee, who knew when I was going to take a shit? Am I going to shit at the gym? Do I have to shit at the grocery store? Am I going to poop in the airport? Like, you'd be like, oh, we have to go to the airport. And you're like, oh my God, I have to take a shit. It sucks pooping in public bathrooms. And I have stories, guys. Once I was at a Comic-Con and I'm like, oh man, I have to take a shit. So I go into the bathroom and people are like, oh my God, America's Next Top Model. Oh my God. We want an autograph and a picture. We're going to wait out here while you poop. And I'm like, I'm not in here to pee. Why are you assuming I'm here to pee? And you're just going to quickly. I'm like, dude, I can't hold it. So these fangirls are like, oh my God, Tyra Banks. Oh my God. And I'm like, trying to take a shit. Go away. Get the fuck away from me. Just 411. If you see someone with some sort of fame, a streamer or whatever, and they go into the bathroom, can you leave them the fuck alone? You don't like when your kids are like, mom, mommy, mom, like outside your door. That's what I felt like. I felt like a parent with a bunch of kids outside my door fucking wanting something. I'm like, get out of here. Can't I take a shit without you here? Why? Why are you here? It made me really sad. I just don't understand. Like, privacy, guys. Privacy. I don't know why this happens with people where they just think, hey, this is just such a great time to bother this human being while they take a shit. But it happens. It happens. I had a great weekend. I ate too much. I did everything wrong in preparation for my birthday. It is hard. Like, when my husband's eating, I want to eat too. I just like to eat, man. So when he's eating, I'm like, I want to eat. I want to eat. I am not Avon's top Avon seller. I'm not. I'm not even second place, guys. I'm not that good. Maybe this year you guys can all share my stream and stuff for my birthday coming on Wednesday, and you can tell your friends to buy Avon for me. Maybe I could get there. That's what I want for my birthday. What the fuck is that? Hold on. What is going on? Oh my God, I'm getting old. Okay, let's not discuss it. Let's not fucking discuss it. I just saw some crepiness on my neck. I looked in my mirror. I'm like, what the fuck is that? I put my neck where I saw the crepe. There it is. Oh my God. Oh my God. I need to like get one of these little claw things. I need to pin back my skin. Like, just pinch it here. There we go. All right. It's done. Why doesn't my husband stick to streaming at all? He bails on it so soon. He's bails on because he has to have a real job. He can't commit to streaming when he has a real job. Streaming wasn't paying like any bills. And, you know, he's like, I could think of like more fun hobbies, like living in the woods and building fucking stuff. And, you know, he has no social media at all. He has none. No social media. If people wanted to see him stream, they would have watched him, and they didn't. So when they weren't watching him, he's like, okay, give the people what they want, which is not watching me. And he was like, peace. And that's that. You know what I mean? Hang on, it gets worse as we. Hey, I'm using the little pin things. I'm gonna walk around like this. I wonder if I could use that little pin thing to like pin up my face too, like my cheeks right here. There we go. We'll just get clothespins and we'll fix everything. But yeah, like if he was gonna have a hobby, to go from streaming and making a living streaming to it just being a hobby is weird. That's like, hey, do you want to do your job as a hobby but not get paid? Does that make sense? Like, think about the job you do now, and then suddenly you don't get paid for it and you have to get another job. And then someone's like, hey, will you do your old job that you associate with work, only you won't make any money? You'd be like, fuck that. No way. Hell no. Like, no one would do that. All right, rice water bright. Let's wash my face. So I understand his mindset. Like, he grinded and grinded, did something as a job. And then, you know, those days were over. So he moved on. Sometimes you got to move on. Let's get this done. I got blocked today by a boomer because they thought I was shitting on boomers, which I think is fucking hilarious. I'm not one of those people that like blame my life problems on boomers. So I think some people have wealthy parents, and I think it's like the children of wealthy parents or parents that are doing really well that feel this entitlement and feel like boomers destroyed the world, First off, I don't really believe in voting. I don't think it counts. I think it's all rigged. I think if it counted, they wouldn't even hold elections, because why would they give the people the power, right? For me, instead of blaming boomers, blame all the people that were like, save grandma, shut the economy, wear your mask, destroy civilization, because what happened? The biggest transfer of wealth in the history of mankind happened during COVID. And the very people going, oh, I want money, where? They were like, shut it down, stay home, destroy America. Like, that's what happened. You blame the boomers all day. But when you really look at the truth of it, 2019, we were doing fucking just fine. We were doing good. Real good. And then what happened? The lockdown people. Save grandma, destroy children, shut down schools and destroy the development of kids, destroy the youth. It was you, bitches. And that was boomers and millennials and fucking Gen X and Gen Z. And I think Gen Alpha, all of these people wanted to shut down the world. And for some reason, they don't like blame themselves for having done it, which I think is just strange. Wait a minute. Like, are you crazy? Are we not like on the same page here? Because why can't I find my Avon shit? Hold on. I don't know. I think everyone's fucking delusional. Truly. Why is this not on here? Why is this not working? This is very weird. I want to share a screen with you, but I don't have my screen here. Okay, there we go. I'm an Avon lady. I sell Avon. It's not the boomers. It's BlackRock. Totally. It's not just BlackRock, but it was all the people that cheered on lockdowns. It was all the people that were like, save grandma, destroy the younger generation, give all our money to Home Depot and Amazon, but fuck every other business, shut them down, destroy the country. That's what they did. And then no, it's the boomers' fault. Bitch, it was you. Like I said, this morning, some boomer fucking blocked me thinking I was blaming boomers. My parents worked their ass off double shifts at factories. They're not sitting on some mountain of money. When they die, I'll be surprised if I get 2 pennies left in their bank account. As a joke, like, here's my 2 cents, bitch. That's what my grandma did with my mom. It's funny. So I think people who have rich parents or wealthy parents are the ones that are feeling entitled to like their assets. Let's use the Anu power serum, which I think is just fucking weird. Like, I don't understand this mindset of like, I feel entitled to my parents' money. Like, my parents should just give me their money. Like, if my parents have money, I would rather them spend it all on themselves. My parents worked their asses. My dad worked at Clorox Bleach. My mom worked at Kraft Nabisco. All they did was work. My grandma had to raise me because all my fucking parents did was work. And it wasn't some bougie job. You know what I mean? Like, it wasn't, we didn't live in some huge, massive house. My parents worked their ass off to try to ensure that I had a good life. So why would I be like, hey, neck and titty cream, Beyond Glow, neck and titty cream. Why would I be like, hey, can I have all your money? Can you not buy yourself anything after fucking how many years of working in factories? My mom used to make Triscuits. And I went to her factory and they had like football field size ovens for these Triscuits. There's no fucking AC. And you walk in there and it's like 150 degrees. Boiling hot. Boiling hot. It's about general wealth. Well, no American is in poverty, truly. Compared to the third world, we're just not. None. So yeah, your parents couldn't afford Avon if it were at those prices back then. Dude, I had to wear hand-me-down clothes. My grandma had to try to sew out the dick bulge in men's pants for me. I remember all I wanted was stuff and things, and my parents would laugh at me, and my dad would tell me to hold out two hands, one in one and shit in the other, and see which one fucking fills up first. Like, my parents made enough to put food on the table, keep the roof over our head, and there was no fun vacations. Let's fly on an airplane. You know what our fun vacation was? Driving all the way down to the Ozarks of Arkansas to visit my dad's fucking family. Staying in hotels with beds that would vibrate. They were so nasty. We had no money. My prom dress was a hand-me-down from my rich cousins that was so dated. It was like, remember Cinderella when she took her mom's dress? It was all fucking dated. I wore this dated ass prom dress. They won't splurge on themselves even when they can and should. My mama and dad have no money to splurge on themselves. They were factory workers. They worked in factories. So I think the people complaining about boomers have rich parents. I think these are rich elitist kids whose parents have cash. My parents don't have fucking cash. So when I hear everyone complaining about boomers, I'm like, are your parents rich? Because it fucking sounds like it, dude. Sounds like you have some rich parents. All right, let's do some niacinamide eye cream. Because if you have parents like mine, you're not like, where's the money? I want it for me. Like, what money? What fucking money? Which ones? You're a factory worker? Dude, I was going to go work in a factory. That's what I was going to go do. But yeah, like, we took one good vacation growing up that my parents saved for fucking years. We went to Lake Tahoe. It was my first time on a plane. They saved and saved and saved, and they got a deal. Saved, scrimped, and saved. And then we had to join another family to stay in a chalet. Yeah, this was the most dated shit house. But we had fun. And it was 5 kids and 4 adults, all in this tiny little fucking house. And we were walking around Lake Tahoe like, look how fucking rich these people are. Holy shit. We're like, they're so fucking rich. It is unbelievable. Like, can you imagine being this rich? And our chalet was not on Lake Tahoe. It was so far away from Lake Tahoe that it was like a 30-minute walk to the lake. And as I said, it was so dated and so shitty, but it was like the best vacation in the world to us because our vacations, our entire life was Indiana Dunes, because you just drive there, like happy vacation. It's like 2 hours away. There you go. Or we'd drive down to Arkansas and stay in my grandma's fucking trailer. Yes, they had a better generation, but blaming boomers for rigged elections and evil politicians, it's the politicians that did it, because my parents were like, they're taking our fucking jobs. It's a heart rate monitor. They're like, they're stealing our work. They're shipping it all overseas, or they're bringing in illegal immigrants to steal our fucking work. Americans wouldn't do these jobs that these brown people do. Bullshit. My parents did it. Worked their fucking asses off. Like, I don't know what this bullshit is. So, Jason, I get it, but I can't blame my parents who were literally bottom of working class. My mom working double shift midnights. I barely ever saw my parents. All they did was fucking work in the factory. That's all they did. Work, work, and work more. I don't believe in generational wealth. I think that's like a wealthy mindset. My parents were Avon's still affordable. What are you talking about, Michelle? I'm going to pretend inflation hasn't happened and that Avon mythically and magically could not raise their prices. Everyone else had to, but not Avon. Like, what are you talking about, Michelle? Avon's cheap as fuck. Have you walked into Sephora? Are you for so this eye cream that's $22? $22. Oh, like, are we for real? Have you gone to Sephora and see what they charge for shit? That's kind of crazy to me. If you think $22 for some eye cream is crazy. So this is the face cream I'm about to use. It's $29. You go to Sephora, it's like $180. I'm just confused. Okay, how about this? $29.99. What was $29.90? Okay, what was $30 worth in 1995? $30 in 1995 is equivalent purchasing power to about $63.28 today. An increase of $33.28 over 30 years. So this would be the equivalent of a $63 bottle in 1995. So I'm just confused. I'm a little confused. I love the Ultimate Day Cream. This shit is amazing, and here is why. Visible age-related damage in the skin's surface. Helps with clarity, uneven skin tone. Hi, puppy. Fine lines and wrinkles. Come here. Come on. She's so cute. I love you. Oh, I'm sorry. The cats are loving you. Avon's super reasonably priced. It's super reasonably priced. Our vacations consisted of leaving Joliet and driving to my grandma's in central Wisconsin. Klutz, you get it. First off, thank you for the $1. Klutz understands. Poor to bottom of the barrel working class. Almost all of our vacations was drive to see the family in Indiana Dunes. Here's a lake in Michigan. Let's drive there. Like, that was it. There was no fucking, like, let's go to the Bahamas. Are you kidding me? Are you kidding me? Like I said, we had one major vacation where we flew on a plane, and it's because my parents worked their asses off and saved forever, got the biggest deal known to man, and had to share a house with their friends and their friends' kids. So their friends, a married couple with their 3 boys, including me and my brother and my parents, in this little fucking house. And we're like, look at us living large. And we weren't. But we couldn't believe we were on a real vacation where you actually, like, leave the Midwest. Like, look at me. In 2000, I could buy a pack of Marlboro Reds and a can of Coke for $5. When I was 16 years old, gas was under $1. I think it was 89 cents a gallon. 89 cents a gallon. Yeah, Indiana Dunes is where people in Joliet, Illinois went for vacation. That was vacation. Oh, I didn't go to Disney until I was almost 30 years old. I was almost 30 years old. And those creepy Disney adults, they're so creepy to me. This also has SPF 25 in it. I was like, I'm going to go with you guys for your birthday party because my whole life, this is all I ever wanted was to go to Disney, and I've never been. So yeah, I was almost 30. So I went to Disney, and then I was like, okay, I saw it. But then my brother came out with my niece who was 9. And I'm like, okay, I'm going to go to Disney with this 9-year-old. And I want to see how she feels here, because it was all I ever wanted growing up. Guys, I like almost cried watching my niece just take in Disney, because I got to live vicariously, as most, parents get to do. But I unfortunately never had the gift of having children. So I got to live that gift through my niece, and it was beautiful. That's what I'm saying. Yes, my family was fucking, I don't want to, yeah, this was good for sunspots, what I just used. The Ultimate line is fantastic for sunspots. So my parents, we were poor, as in after paying the bills, like for groceries in the house, there was just no extra money. There's no extra money. It wasn't happening. None. And I'm glad I grew up that way, because unlike a lot of people who feel entitled to boomers' money, I don't feel fucking entitled to their money. Like my parents, I'm like, what fucking money? Like, you have to be some rich, snotty kid to think my boomer parents, they're so selfish, they keep their money for them. You're like, you must have been raised rich, dude. Like, what are you talking about? What are you fucking talking about? Like, what kind of kids did these people raise where these kids are like, sell all your shit and give everything to me? Like, you're a fucking asshole, man. Multi-peptide eye primer. Let's do it. Eye primer. There she blows. Look at that. Boom. Isn't that fun? This is the shit right here. Eyeshadow primer. It's how I live my life. I just don't understand the entitlement people have, I suppose, to the money and things of others. Like, my mom will be like, when I die, I'm going to give you this and that. I'm like, how about you just don't fucking die? Sell your house and use all the fucking money to take care of yourself. Like, sure, if I got a couple of bucks, that would be great. But you know what else is better? Whatever my parents do have, spend on yourselves, because I love you. How about that? Like, I don't feel entitled to anything they have. I just don't. Gabagool. Did you really gabagool us? Are you for real? That's all anyone says here. Gabagool over here. Like, what the fuck? You did not just gabagool. Why, Larry? Why did that happen? This is a heart rate monitor. You guys are wigging out about a heart rate monitor. That's all it does. The things that sucks is I'm trying to raise my son to have appreciation, but it's hard because I want him to have everything I never had. It's a slippery slope. Slippery slope. I'd be like, Mom, Dad, I want this. They'd be like, cool, get a fucking job and get it. Like, that's how I was raised. I think my brother and I have excellent work ethic, because like the second I could start working, I was like, I got to make that paper. I remember my first like waitressing jobs. I'm like, can I do a double shift? I'll open and close. They're like, what the fuck? You want to be here all day? I'm like, yes, I want every penny. I want to work my ass off. I was not spoiled growing up whatsoever. My parents worked their asses off to make sure I had a roof over my head. And I was very lucky because my grandmother, let's see here. I think what I want to do is I would like to do our Vixen eye palette. There it is. I think I'm just going to smoke out my eyes. Or maybe I just do this guy. Maybe I do idle. It's so hard to understand and figure out what it is I want to do with my fucking life. Yes, I'll do idle with a mix of our FMG Love at First Sight palette. That's what I'm going to do. That's what I'm going to do. Girl, I love Avon. It was my life. I think I still have some lip liners somewhere. It's a good product. Don't get me wrong, ladies. It's an amazing product. The prices used to be humble. Inflation. Can you name one fucking company, one product that hasn't changed its prices due to the massive inflation going on? Michelle, are you living in a time capsule? Do you know what happened in 2020? Am I crazy? Am I fucking crazy? You go to Sephora and you spend $100 fucking bucks and you have one item this big in your bag. Costco hot dogs are the only one, Chris. That's it. Am I insane? Girl, you're talking like Avon's the only people who raise their prices. They would go out of fucking business if they didn't. And they purposely lose money on the food at Costco because they charge a shit out of you for memberships. They make their money back with that membership. It's a great business model. I mean, I would understand if I had like Dior prices. But like you could go to Walgreens and they're charging the same amount that Avon is. I just don't understand. The tariffs can't be good for me. What are you talking about? Korea was the first people that fucking signed on after the tariffs. They were the first people to strike a deal. Do I walk into your guys' job? Your job sucks. Fuck you. I hope you don't make a dime. Fuck your job. You guys are assholes. It is like days before my birthday. I'm just sitting here trying to make a living, and I literally have a bunch of fucking assholes coming in here and shitting all over what I do. I swear to God, every time someone asks me, are you lonely on that mountain? I'm like, no. Every day I go on the internet and I see all the people I escaped, and I understand why I live here. Because people are just dicks anymore. They don't think at all. And then they just say mean shit. And then they crap all over everything you do and or say all the time. Just huge steaming piles of shit on anything. But for me, it's mostly my job. I'm just trying to make a living. I'm just trying to sell fucking makeup and Skin So Soft. You would think that I'm sitting here scamming women on like corsets or something that don't help you look thinner. I don't understand. I just $4.99 for a lip liner. The prices are outrageous. Who would charge under $5 for eyeliner? It's so overpriced. No, it's not. It isn't. It isn't overpriced. Either you just came out of an actual time capsule that someone opened from 1995, or you're being a butthole. Pick one. I don't understand. I try to understand, but I almost never do. Almost never fucking do. So I thought this was shitty. I'm a registered Democrat. I didn't vote for any Democrats last time. I was like, these people have lost their fucking minds. So who cares how someone's registered? Some people register as the other party to fuck up their primaries. Also, digging someone's voter registration up is bullshit. It's stupid. I'm not any party. I fucking hate Republicans and I fucking hate Democrats. I'm sorry. Insider trading on both sides. Both sides sold our country down the shitter. exporting all our manufacturing, racking up our debt when we used to have a surplus, dude. And then they were just like, fuck that. Let's just destroy them. So I'm not like a really big fan of either party. I'm sorry. What the fuck was that? They really pissed me off. Truly. There we go. There we go. They pissed me off. I write in Reagan. That's funny. I know lots of people that don't even vote because they're like, it's bullshit. And I'm like, I don't blame you. I don't know of good healthcare. So I live on the border. So all the Canadians come down here to go to our quick care because they have to wait like 7 months to see a doctor. So they come here. And it's so funny because everyone's like, Canada's healthcare is better, but yet they're always in my, like all these Alberta plates and my quick care. I'm like, they drove their asses down here to go to the doctor. So if their doctor's so great, why the fuck are they here? It's because people will tell you the government sucks. They ruin everything. Give them healthcare. It'll be so good. No. It'll probably be worse than what it is now. You actually think the U.S. government's going to do some fucking great job with healthcare? I got a bridge to sell you, dude. It's going to be awesome. You're going to love my bridge. I don't trust the fucking government. And what's weird is the same people are like, I don't trust the government. They're all bullshit. But let them give us free healthcare. They won't fuck that up. That'll be the one thing the government does not fuck up. It'll be so good. Or my favorite, capitalism doesn't work. We should try socialism because that'll be the one thing that our government does not fuck up. Oh no. It'll be great. Sure it will, man. That sounds great. That sounds exactly like something our government wouldn't fuck up, right? I'm thinking I'll probably not ever vote in a presidential election again. Sometimes I just do it for shits and giggles. I used to think I vote so that if they ever expose the fraud, that I will be part of how they expose it. But now I don't think they're ever going to expose the fraud. Motherfucker. You have to be kidding me. Pardon me. Everything's falling apart. Fucking old lady. I'm a fucking old lady. I don't know how anything works. Someone help me. Someone fix my brain. But yeah, I don't blame people for not. Look at Canada's free healthcare shit. Well, that's what I was saying. They come here to get healthcare. I have a friend who's a diehard Democrat. She told all her Facebook friends, if you're Republican, just delete me as your friend now. She's a bigot and a terrible person. I want to live in an echo chamber of only people who agree with me. I'm so tolerant and accepting. Fuck you if you don't believe in what I believe in. Get out of here. Oh, yeah, we already have socialized medicine in the U.S. It's called the VA. We know how good that is. Yeah, ask anyone who has to go through them how great that is. Socialists are just people too stupid to understand they're actually communists. Well, it's the stepladder to communism. It is. And I understand people who like run on government jobs and stuff. Like, I can understand why you'd be like, oh, I'm a socialist if it's taxpayers' monies, funding all your work. That actually makes sense to me. Like, I have a friend that works for the government. Her kids work for the government. And to her, that's the way. It's to just have everything, be funded by the government, because the more government funding, the more money and resources and all this stuff they have. Because when push comes to shove, everyone's just going to look out for themselves. That's kind of what humanity is. That's what we do. Like, we're going to look out for ourselves and our family before anyone else. That's just how human beings are. Do you think Trump will ever be accountable for what he's done to America? Because all the other politicians were so good. Yeah. Only Trump is bad. Yeah. We live in a fucking fantasy world where people actually believe that other politicians are better than this or that politician. I've never seen anything like it. I always say that they sit in secret rooms smoking cigars, laughing at how stupid we are and planning. They're like, well, today AOC is going to act outrage. And then Marjorie Taylor, whatever, Green, she's going to pretend to do this. And then all the plebeian idiots will be like, oh, AOC's for me. And then all the fucking plebeian idiots over there will be like, oh, Marjorie Taylor Greene's for me. And then they'll fight online because they're fucking so stupid. So dumb that they actually believe we give a shit about them. That's how I see it. At this point, as I always say, I will vote for anybody both sides tell me is bad. Like when they wheeled out Dick Cheney and Dick Cheney, Dick Cheney, Satan on earth. I say Trump is bad. Me, Satan. I was like, really? What? Hey guys, Lucifer would like a word. Hey guys, I'm Dick Cheney. I'm going to tell you Orange Man bad. I'm like, fucking Dick Cheney. I did not live long enough to see this. Unbelievable. It's like a fucking clown show. And everyone fights about it. And I'm like, y'all, I'm sorry. They always say you live long enough to see the hero turn into the villain. I lived long enough to watch Bush and Cheney become the golden children of Democrats telling Republicans what to do. I was like, this is fucking hilarious. Hilarious. I lived long enough for the news to be like, oh my God, Michelle Obama and Bush share chocolates. Oh my God, they're so amazing. George Bush, the war criminal, and Obama's wife. Oh, look at them. They love each other. I was like, get the fuck out of here. Oh my God. Women's rights, really? If Democrats cared about women's rights to abortion, they would have made it a law. But they knew, hey, if we don't do anything to solidify this, we'll be able to raise money from these stupid fucking idiots. Look how stupid they are. They're so dumb. And then we'll be like, Republicans took this away from you. Of course they were going to. Democrats did nothing to fucking lock it in. They purposely let it be taken away so they could take your money and have you go, I'm outraged. Mwah! Like it's all a game. And that's why I'm like, dude, I can't believe people still buy into this shit. I'm too old. I'm too fucking old. Like when I was young, I was like, oh, I believe in some of this shit. Now I'm like, this is just a bunch of fucking losers. I'm sorry, Congress, losers, Senate, losers. They're all losers. Eat shit. That's how I feel. I don't trust any of them. Like when people are like, Donald Trump is not a politician. Well, he is now, motherfucker. You could have said that in 2016. You don't get to say that no more. I don't trust any of them. I don't. I'm sorry. I don't. That's me. You do you. I'll do me. So I'm not going to like ostracize friends and stuff. Like I have tons of friends that believe in shit that I find some of it abhorrent. And I hope they see the light, but I'm not going to like force my beliefs on them, but I'm not like delete me from your friends list because I'm not a bigoted piece of shit. I like my friends, guys. Like I have friends that are super anti-gun and I have tons. I love guns. I literally carry every single day. Every single day. I never feel unsafe. I'm never scared of men. All these women, I'm so scared of men. I'm scared every day. I'm scared. You fucking put yourself in that position, bitch. You have the great equalizer, and you vote against you being able to arm yourself to literally even the playing field. You're like, I don't want that. I don't want an even playing field. Poor Sydney Sweeney. Poor girl. She's getting dragged over the coals all because she's hot with big boobies. I'm for women arming themselves, man. The second I armed myself, I was like, I can't believe I've lived my life unarmed and afraid when the entire time I could have just moved to, I'm sorry, but I think all Americans should be able to carry. I think it's a travesty and it's disgusting that we have made laws that unarm people in America. Insane. I feel way safer in Montana. When I go out in a grocery store, I know half the grocery store's armed. When I'm driving, there's no road rage. Why would you road rage at someone you know is locked and loaded? I'm going to be a mean. And like, no one does that shit here. Everyone's like, I say bring back duels. Seriously, bring back duels. I challenge thee to a duel. I think it's Washington State. It's still in the law that you can duel, which I think is fucking great. Let them duke it out, man. Let them duel. Put a little on my brow bone. I don't know. I just want women to feel safe, you know? And I got to tell you, if I was lost in the woods and had to choose between rolling up on some scary guy and a bear that's angry, the scary guy is way easier to neutralize than that fucking grizzly. Way easier. Are you kidding me? Only stupid city ladies say that shit. And yes, Josephine, you're right. Our government does hate us. They hate us so much. But here's the thing. I hate them too. I hate them. I truly do hate them. I think they're total buttholes. Total buttholes. Absolute turds. For real. So I shared this because I had people block me today just because I said the inflation today is worse than it was back in the day. Here's what boomers do that's bad. Invalidating people is bad. Now, I understand there's some millennials that have rich parents that feel entitled to things and never worked. I'm really lucky because my parents were boomers that worked hard, but my grandma who helped raise me, who lived in the house, she was the greatest generation. So I was raised by two generations, boomers and the greatest generation. And I have fucking work ethic and I don't waste money. This is not what I do. I'm so frugal. This was a used Lululemon top I bought off eBay. Used. Almost all my clothes are used, guys. So I said right here, I'm not anti-boomer. I don't blame my life on them or feel entitled to their money, of which my parents have fucking none. Everyone's being sensitive little flowers. Boomers got American-made everything in some of America's best years. That I am jealous of. Pointing out that they can be very dismissive and invalidating to people struggling today isn't blaming anything on them. But I also said I'm also aware that kids today can be very lazy in comparison to boomers, like baby birds with their fucking mouths open wanting freebies. So I blame rich boomers. There's rich boomers out there that raise piece of shit kids. My parents weren't rich boomers. And they taught me to work my fucking ass off. And I'm so grateful for it. You want something, you work for it. You don't just get something. And I'm so grateful. So grateful. Because I think it's made me a better person. I think there's two kinds of parents. There's parents that want to give their kids everything that they didn't have in excess. And then there's parents like mine that were like, I want our kids to have a nice home and food. And then I want them to work for everything else. Seriously, it is the one thing that I've always been really proud of. Like, even in Hollywood, everyone's like, this bitch and her work ethic. Because that was just me. That's what I did. I do not identify with people, you know, who my parents were like, you want to go to college? You better get a fucking full ride scholarship. Not we're going to sacrifice anything to put you through there. You're going to do it. It's going to be your fucking money. Not anything from us. My dad would be like, when you're 18, you're an adult. And you have to start putting in like an adult. When I was 18 years old, they're like, if you want to live here, you better be working full time. Not part time. Full fucking time. I was like, okay. Here I go, working full time, living the dream. So I'm very grateful to my parents. Very, very, very grateful that they didn't raise me to be a little bitch. There's a lot of little bitches, but there are a lot of boomers that are really dismissive to people struggling today that aren't like, you know, rotten little assholes that expect handouts. But I think everyone always wants to pretend that they've had it worse. It's like a one-up game. You know what I mean? One-up game. Trust fund kids are gross. I mean, it's not their fault that their parents made them assholes, though. You know what I mean? It's not their fault. I think we need to watch something. I love Decoy Voice. I totally need to pee. So you guys are going to hang out with my boy while I go do so. It's going to be great. I think it's going to be good. Right? My dad did the same thing. When you graduate, you go to work. Yeah, you fucking go work. Pay rent or move out. Dude, I was working my ass off. I had to pay all my bills. There was no like, hey, can I just get me some money? I never had a credit card until after I won Top Model. And I was engaged to be married because I was raised that you don't swipe a card to have imaginary money. They're like, no, you don't. You don't do that. The fuck? I am going to be right back.
Who knew a busty blonde in blue jeans could trigger Donald Trump tier meltdowns from the left? As I honestly didn't even want to speak on it, but now that Dunkin' Donuts is also capitalizing on this meltdown marketing, I find it hilarious that companies are turning crying into currency, as this is the original ads that broke their brains.
Genes are passed down from parents to offspring, often determining traits like hair color, personality, and even eye color. My genes are blue.
Sydney Sweeney.
This Sydney Sweeney commercial is so embarrassing. You are an embarrassment, Sydney Sweeney. Go back to school or do some ayahuasca or something.
I will be the friend that's too woke because those Sydney Sweeney American Eagle ads are weird. Like fascist weird. Like Nazi propaganda weird.
The issue is it's marketing to white supremacy. And if you're fine with that, great, you're a white supremacist.
Going off into insane theories.
I mean, it's no accident that Sydney Sweeney's initials are SS.
As even rappers.
Her initials are SS. Like, someone actually made a video saying that, and they actually took themselves seriously. They're like, I'm a serious person, and I'm going to tell you that Sydney Sweeney's Initials are SS because she's bad for having real cha-chas. These people.
Are getting into this.
Genes are passed down from parents to offspring, often determining.
Here's the thing. If Selma Hayek had done that ad, everyone would be like, oh my God, stunning and brave. She's brown. It's acceptable when you're brown. It's only good when you're not white. It's only good. It's like, dude, I see right through this shit. Quit it with this shit. If Selma Hayek was in the same ad with her big titties flopping around, the seals would be like, and that's how you know it's just a bunch of people who hate white people. Even white people who hate white people. It's fucking Marxist identity bullshit. And it's so stupid. It's retarded.
Traits like hair color. My genes are blue.
This sign is specifically appropriate for these people. Your fragile triggers are not everybody else's responsibility. Unless we're talking about the SIG, but that's a completely different thing. As nobody freaking out into their selfie cams really looks like the target demographic for a brand called American Eagle. But somehow these people were
He's like, they're a bunch of fucking commies. They're not gonna buy this shit.
Programmed into thinking the entirety of the internet is only here to coddle your fragile feelings. Never mind the irony of someone straightening and bleaching their hair to look like Sydney Sweeney, then weeping at the idea of it occurring naturally being a good thing. But I guess only certain minorities are allowed to be proud about being different. At least these ads are working, adding.
If you're proud of your gender or skin color, you literally have accomplished nothing in your life. I'm not proud of being a woman because I didn't earn it. Am I proud of being a good woman? Sure. I'd say I earned that. But like, why would I be proud of my olive skin? I was born that way. It was nothing I worked for. Nothing. Now, if I bleached my hair blonde, and I did it all myself, I could be proud of that. But people being proud of like their heritage, I think is stupid. Personally, because it's not anything you've earned in your life. It was just handed to you. You've done nothing to do it. So you're like, that's like me saying, I'm proud to have size 11 feet. I had no say in that. It just happened. I'm proud of my green eyes. What the fuck did I do to earn this? Nothing. If you're proud of your skin color, you're a boring loser with no life accomplishments. Be proud you put yourself through college and paid for it all. Be proud that you worked double shifts until your kids grew up. Be proud that you ripped up all the weeds in your yard and it looks like the best fucking yard on the block. But being proud of something that's genetic is singularly, like when I hear black and proud, I'm like, why? Or I'm proud to be white. For what reason? How did you earn that? You're a fucking loser.
$400 million to the company's value.
I'm proud I've stayed alive this far in life. That could, I'm sure Ozzy Osbourne was proud he made it to that age. Just think about that. With the life he was living. This is our Love It First Lash mascara. Look at the difference it makes. I love it.
Value. Having every single left-wing publication giving them top-to-bottom coverage, stating that this is Nazi propaganda, an unbridled shift towards whiteness, and even Good Morning.
What's wrong with white people? White people make up the majority of the U.S. population. If you turn on a commercial, everyone else is overrepresented, except for maybe Mexicans. I feel like they're underrepresented because you'll see far more black people than you will Mexicans. But if you look at our population makeup, there's far more Mexicans than black people, but the commercials and the movies and stuff, it doesn't reflect that. I don't see how over-representing things is good. And I don't see how demonizing the majority of the population is good. This is Marxism 101. This is exactly what they did, only with class, only they're doing it now with identity and race. And it's stupid. If I see a movie and it has all these people overrepresented, like, what is that doing? It's like the new Sex in the City show. No one liked it because they kept trying to check every box. Like, we have to have an Asian couple, a black couple, of this, of that. And then it just comes off as like fake and kind of stupid. And then just people don't like it, you know?
America dedicated an entire segment to it.
The blonde-haired, blue-eyed actress talks about genes as in DNA being passed down from her parents.
The play on
I can't believe only black people have genes passed down from their parents. I think it's great to have Japanese people. I think it's great to have Ethiopian people. I think it's great to have French people. I think it's great if you want to stay French and you don't want to mix your lineage and you're proud to be Irish or you're proud to be Lithuanian. You're proud to be Chinese and you don't want to mix it up with like Filipinos. Okay. Like, why is that a fucking problem? Why is everyone clutching their pearls over this shit? It's so stupid, dude. I always knew people were dumb. I did. I just didn't realize it had gotten this bad, you know? I guess I always like had a little bit more faith in people that they weren't this fucking stupid, but man, are they.
words is being compared to Nazi propaganda with racial undertones.
Activates a troubling.
If Selma Hayek was in this, it would be celebrated. The news would put black people on that literally were like, we're founding our own city, a black-only city. And they were like, yay. I remember that. Yay, black only. We need safe spaces for people. We need a people of color only graduation. No whites allowed. Only black people. Worship. It's like, what is this? If it's disgusting the other way around, it's disgusting the way it's going now. They're literally just mad at her because she's a white chick who's hot. With big tits. If she was Selma Hayek, everyone would celebrate it. And that's how you know it's all bullshit and it's stupid. White people are the majority in America. They're the minority worldwide, so we're being oppressed. I don't know. You tell me. I'm a mutt. I'm American. How about we go back to that? I was born in America. I'm a fucking American. I was born into an Italian cultured household, but I'm American. I'm not Italian. That's not what I am. I'm from America. That's what I am. I don't identify with Irish, Scottish, Lebanese, or Italian in me because I wasn't born in Lebanon and I wasn't born in Italy and I wasn't born in Ireland and I wasn't born in Scotland. No offense to you guys. Thanks a lot for fucking each other, but I don't identify with you or your cultures. Even Italian American culture is vastly different from Italian culture. And I learned that when I went to live in Italy. I was a little shook. The guys assaulted me physically all the time in the naughty way in Italy. It was bad. I was like, you can't even walk anywhere. These people just grab every part of your body. I'm a mutt. I'm Italian. I'm Irish. I'm Scottish. And I'm Lebanese. And who gives a fuck?
Historical associations for this country. The American eugenics movement weaponized the idea.
Planned Parenthood is the American eugenics movement. Everyone's like, yeah, we love Planned Parenthood. All the same people complaining about this support a fucking organization whose sole purpose was to eradicate undesirable white people, but mostly brown people. That was the point. Margaret Sanger, look it up, and everyone's like, but we lack this. Dude, Sydney Sweeney is all about eugenics, but Planned Parenthood isn't. The reason the black population has never grown since Planned Parenthood came into play is because, unfortunately, the black community is way more likely to abort their babies. And they're like, oh, yeah. It's, fucking people are stupid, dude. They're idiots. As far as the eye can see, just idiots.
Of good genes just to justify white supremacism.
Despite that backlash, American Eagle stock has been soaring.
I can somewhat understand idiots online taking to social media to cry about how an ad offended them.
Vitamin C illuminating primer.
But when mainstream news networks parrot those same talking points, that's when you know the pipeline from outrage to income is official, as even Dunkin' Donuts is now getting in on this.
This tan? Genetics. I just got my color analysis back. Guess what? Golden summer.
Now, I originally thought dudes aren't gonna rush to social media to sob over this. I honestly believe men didn't need to see representation the same way women do, but good God.
That guy reminds me of Justin Bieber, and I'm not knocking it, but that guy to me looks like a guy that would appeal to a 13-year-old girl and not so much a grown woman. I don't know. Like, I like my man masculine with a very deep, like, Saruman voice and a huge set of balls.
God, was I wrong?
Bro, you sell fucking coffee. What are you doing talking about genetics?
In this ad, he's talking about...
These men are not men. They were once men. It's like the Nazgul meme. Like, these are little bitches. Who raised these guys? Like, where are your parents? Where is your father? I want to talk to him. Like, where were you during this kid's development?
My genetics. First Sydney Sweeney and now this.
Now, I don't know anything about this Netflix star featured in that commercial, but it seems like the general consensus from the left
Vitamin C, lip treatment. Oh, yeah.
is that he represents all the evil MAGA classifications they love to cancel. As
little lip plumper. Lip serum.
Just like Sydney Sweeney, his ad is getting bad press, but it seems like it originates from his social media presence, as Reddit calls out his liking of Texas Governor Greg Abbott as obviously
anyone who's Republican is bad. All Republicans are bad and only Democrats are good. Only progressive Marxists are good. Anyone else is bad.
I'm tired of this shit. People literally just hate people because they're not Democrats. Fuck off. Dude, I'm so glad you subbed a Decoy Voice. I think he's hilarious. He's fucking great. Decoy Voice is the shit. I'm sorry. Like, when I grew up, my childhood sweetheart came from a full-on Republican family, and I came on from a full-on Union Democrat family, and, like, we didn't give a shit. And that was during the Dick Cheney, George Bush times. And I wasn't like, I'm not going to talk to you and only I'm superior than you. Like, you are one stuck-up motherfucker, ass clown, thinking you're better than other people. I think both sides have good ideas and both sides have ridiculously stupid ideas. Ridiculous. A
Republican governor is going to have conservative views. And since the guy also likes other posts from
Dean Cain is a national treasure. This man is so kind and so nice. Only in America when you're this fucking nice. He's also not white. And everyone's like, get him. Evil, non-white Dean Cain. That's not a white man. He's the nicest guy. He's not a far left fucking Democrat. What fucking dimension have we fallen in? Is this the 7th level of hell? Coming from Hollywood, I have only ever heard the nicest shit about this guy. In an industry where everyone's such a piece of rotten shit, this guy's reputation everywhere was like, oh, what a fucking guy. And everyone hates him. And he treated everyone kindly and was nice to everyone and actually built a reputation of not being a piece of shit in the most worthless industry on earth. And everyone hates him. He's a fucking clown. And then they love all the pedophiles and the weirdos. They love them. But not this guy.
Actor Dean Cain, who criticizes terrible takes around Kyle Rittenhouse.
Don't try to murder a woman and her kids and then shoot at police. Wait. Kyle Rittenhouse is trying to remind you that white men can cross state lines to commit serial murder. Okay, I watched the Kyle Rittenhouse thing. When I first heard about it, it was from a Democrat who called me to yell at me as an evil gun owner. Evil, Adrian, evil. I was like, what is going on? Why am I getting yelled at? And they're like, Kyle Rittenhouse. I'm like, who the fuck is that? I hadn't heard of. I had no idea what was going on. Then I went and watched the unedited video. I'm like, everyone tried to kill this kid. And he did everything he could to not have to defend himself and finally had to do it. Like they had a pedophile chasing him like, I'm going to get you. I'm going to touch you. I'm going to get this kid. I'm a convicted pedophile and I'm going after an underage kid. Here I come. I'm going to get you. And everyone's like, we wanted the pedophile to get him. Why? I think Kyle Rittenhouse was a fucking idiot for going there, but I was a fucking idiot when I was a kid. I was a total fucking idiot. Then everyone lied and said he shot all these black people. He only shot white people. And what was the likelihood that everyone he was shooting at was a felon? Like, what the fuck? But yeah, I went into it like, wow, Kyle Rittenhouse killed all these black people. He sounds awful. And then I watched the tape. I'm like, are we watching the same thing? This guy is like falling backwards, trying to run away from people chasing him, screaming they want to kill him. And then he's the bad guy for at the last minute. I'm like, okay. But yeah, I don't think this is a hot take. Hi, puppy, from Dean Cain.
Around Kyle Rittenhouse, who calls out a
and I don't think this is a hot take. Perhaps don't try to murder a woman and her kids and shoot at police. And this guy's like, this is a smart and loving, artistic 20-year-old. He had a mental health crisis. Guess what? If you're holding me hostage and you're trying to murder me or kids in my family, you think I give a flying fuck about your mental health crisis? Take him down.
Attorneys who are notoriously known for race baiting and retweets posts from the Dilbert guy.
The Dilbert guy. What did the Dilbert guy say? What did he retweet? I need to know Dean Cain's crimes. The Democrats need long sentences for the January 6th protesters to sell the insurrection hosts. Well, I mean, I've seen real insurrections and a couple of people being, I'm angry. I broke a window. Murr. I was like, this is not that big of a deal. I'm sorry. After 6 months of people torturing everyone in cities, like Washington, D.C. got theirs for an hour and a half and they acted like it was the fucking end of the world. But it was fine for them to shit on us for 6 months so that they could politically win points. I'm like, dude, I hate everyone. I don't want to be in any tribe. Fuck them all.
From the Dilbert guy, that's apparently all the evidence they need to try to cancel some actor, as I saw some other stuff about him sleeping with Netflix extras and being against the vaccines, but honestly it all seems to be
sleeping with extras. That's like par for the course in Hollywood.
More gossip and rumors.
And I'm against anything that the government and big pharma is like, take the medicine, yummy medicine, take the medicine, yummy medicine, yum, 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 yum. I was like, whoa, I believe in vaccines. But once they start, look at Stephen Colbert going, I'm dancing with the medicine. Big pharma is your friend. Pfizer loves you. I was like, this is making me really uncomfortable. I don't trust this. Like, that's just having brain cells. Kyle is fake. I don't fucking know him. And honestly, no offense to you, Kyle Rittenhouse, I don't really fucking care. Hi, puppy. Oh, see, we don't give a fuck.
As they not only try to police the thoughts of actors, but whoever they might affiliate with, as the woke mob always eventually comes for everybody. So it was only a matter of time before normal people pushed back. The phrase "get woke, go broke" became an economic principle, as luxury car companies like Jaguar.
This was the most ridiculous commercial I've ever seen in my life. I'm like, who are you appealing to? People living in a $50 million penthouse in Chelsea, New York? Is that who you're appealing to with this?
Or tried to rebrand woke and crash their sales over 97%. As the internet's resident expert in ending wokeness suggests, Bud Light was the beginning of the end of this. It's just funny how far it's swung the other way now, as it's no longer enough to...
I warned everyone. I'm like, that pendulum swing's gonna be so fucking crazy if you don't stop being crazy. And they're like, no, we want to trans kids and talk about gender. And like, okay, I have friends that have posted about pride events, like gay events, and it'll be like, here's the breakdown of what's happening. And they're like, at noon, bring your vibrators and dildos and throw them around. And I'm like, okay, like, whatever. And then underneath it, it's kid time. I'm like, this is a flyer. And on the same page, you literally listed bring giant dildos and vibrators. And then underneath that, you put something about children? Call me crazy. Those two things don't ever need to be on the same flyer or at any event together. I don't care if the kids section is like, oh, we made sure it's rated G. If you have an event, like a wedding, like we're starting off the wedding, shaking huge 6-inch dildos, just shaking them around, and then we have the kids choir come in. That's not appropriate. Like, wait, what? That you're not helping the gay community with this, guys. And my friend posted that shit, and I'm like, so I asked my gay childhood best friend yesterday. I was on the phone with him. I was like, yo, what do you think about this? Because I was like, that's not helping the gay community. He's like, fuck no, it's not. He's like, it's always white women that are like, we're helping. He's like, bitch, get the fuck out of here. I don't need your help. We don't need to throw dildos around at an event and then have the kiddie section afterwards. Like, get out of here. Oh, thank God I only know sane people.
Promote your brand to your target demographic, ignoring the emotionally fragile fringes of society. Ad agencies can actually target these sobbing social media users as a form of free promotion for their products, since at this point in time, everybody can easily identify an ad on Instagram and naturally tune it out. But nothing brings your brand back into the spotlight than how much that brand offends the same people that probably hate you. As American Eagle managed to rebrand as more than a fashion choice, but a way to trigger the left, and I wouldn't be surprised to see more companies do the same. So if you want to trigger these shrieking socialists on social media, or maybe you
subscribe to Decoy Voice, guys. He's great. By the way, I just bought this from my Avon store. I'm so excited about it because look how beautiful it is. $19.99. I think it's pretty. I like the way it drops. Well, who's they lusting for our kids? Because it was my white, sweet, beautiful friend, and I love her. She's so sweet. She's not gay. She's an older white woman. And she was posting flyers for this event that I was like, bruh. Like, do you not... Am I crazy? Why can't I get this fucking clasp to hook? Guys, sometimes I get so mad at how stupid your girl is. because I really want to put on this necklace, but I'm clearly having problems. I'm clearly having, this would be fun. Yay. I'm having problems putting this on. Avon is so expensive, right? I just want you guys to know that if you come and shit on my job, I'm blocking you from now on. I had a chick that's been on my Facebook forever come in and tell me I was like a dishonest liar to my Avon customers. On a post about Avon, I was like, get the fuck out of my life forever. I'm sorry. Like, this is how I pay my car payment and shit. You're going to come and shit. There it is. There it is. I love it. Like, fuck you. Now, you can wear it a little higher up. I think I'd wear it a little higher up. But I think it's pretty. And it comes with different earrings. Like, they got these bad boys right here. I actually, you know what? I think I'm going to buy these. I think I like these earrings a little bit better. They're $9.99, which is clearly so expensive. No one can afford $9.99. Right? But yeah, I've just had it with people. I've had it. So last year, I got an IPL treatment right here on my face because I had a couple of dark spots. First, I thought maybe they were precancerous. I got them checked out. And they're like, before you got out of the sun and avoided the sun, you got sun damage. They're like, hit it with a laser. Now, unfortunately, when I was 33 years old, I went and got a laser treatment for the first time at the spa. And what I learned is with my olive skin, I get melasma. It's like pregnancy mask. So if you hit my face with a strong laser, like strong enough to actually treat wrinkles, I get huge brown spots. So my entire forehead was brown and it went brown down here. And then I had patches of brown here. Now the patches that I hit with another laser could have been still the same pregnancy mask, melasma. If you have white skin, laser treatments are great for when you're aging. They're great. I'm not a candidate. So when I went to see the nurse at the dermatologist, I was like, okay, so here's the deal. I get brown spots when I'm hit with a laser, but I need to treat these brown spots. She's like, okay, what we're going to do is we're going to turn the laser all the way down. She's like, essentially, it's like one tick stronger than just laser hair removal, which does not treat wrinkles. And she's like, and then we're going to hit it. And it didn't even take it all off. You can still see it. But she's like, your skin is just too olive and too reactive to the laser. So this chick comes on my page and she's like, your IPL treatments for your fucking wrinkles and shit. After for years, I had to tell everyone I had to bleach my skin with these products because of the pregnancy mask. What's IPL stand for? I don't remember. Intense pulse light. I don't remember. Yeah, if you have pasty skin, it'll work great for you. Anyway, she was trying to say me frying my face with alpha hydroxys and retinols aren't why my skin looks good. Dude, alpha hydroxy and retinol for 8 years is the shit. It's the long game. Keep frying your skin. So I got pissed off because I've always been really open. Like when I went and got the IPL treatment, I came on here and showed people the scabs right there. When I asked the nurse, will this do anything for wrinkles? She's like, IPL's even on the highest setting. She's like, they lie and they tell you it's good for wrinkle treatment. She's like, it's garbage. You need Fraxel and all this other stuff, which I can't get. Like it has to get deeper. So I'm jealous of those who do it. But I want to say anyone that wants to get any laser facials, you have to spot treat first because a lot of them will bring brown pigmentation up in your skin. And as I said, it took almost 3 years of having to use bleach on my skin to get the pigmentation away. So I would say not worth it at all. Personally. But I had a friend with pasty white skin in a good way. I think porcelain skin is beautiful. And she went and got it. And I thought her skin looked great. So I went and got it, and my skin looked terrible. Lasted a year? How would it last a year? What did it do to your skin? Slumbering. What did retinol do to your skin? Using that retinol product now for years, and I love it. Right? Totally. Eczema sucks ass. I get it periodically in weird circular patches on my face. That's weird you would break out because retinol treats breakouts. That's what any dermatologist would give you if you have acne. Isn't that interesting? That's very interesting that it made you break out. Guys, my birthday is this Wednesday. I will be 43 years old. There's nothing I would love more than you going to adriannecurry.com and shopping with me and going to tell your friends. In fact, I'm going to shamelessly post a post on my birthday asking everyone to share my Avon store for my birthday. That's all I want for my birthday. I just want to be the internet's Avon lady. Yep. Yay, Vesper, thank you. Don't thank me, thank you. Yeah, when you're a new customer, I send thank you cards. And I have this huge thing over here of samples. So I'll send samples in the mail to new customers, a thank you card, and then to all customers, I send an Avon catalog. I need an old lady skincare. Technically, all of our skin is considered mature skin past the age of 35. Creative Juice, if you sent me a jarred fart, the first thing I would do is hand it to my husband and say, I am having trouble opening this jar. Babe, I can't open this jar. Hey, let's do the hip pause. Crepey skin, peri and postmenopausal skin cream for the crepiness. I don't like the crepiness. Makes me look old. I don't like being old. That's how you make real money, jarring farts. Dude, no, I'm just going to sell skincare and stuff. And like some body wash. And all that fun shit. Feet pictures. Dude, I have size 11 feet. Are you kidding? I'd be a millionaire. But I'd lose my husband because titillating gross men on the internet doth not make a good marriage. So I'd lose my husband and all my dignity and probably any room in heaven. I don't believe selling photos to titillate men sexually is going to pay off for you in the afterlife. I don't. Like when I did Playboy, I lied to myself and told myself it was art. And everyone today is like, your shit was so tame. Because I posed in Playboy under the supermodels tab. So with Cindy Crawford, Linda or Eva Horzgova, Stephanie Seymour, all these people. I was very happy about that. And I lied to myself, it's art, it's art. But technically, is it art when it was really just to appeal to men? Like, not so much. Different stages of menopause. I thought this was just one thing this whole time. There's only one menopause. I think a lot of women in their 40s, including me, have confused a natural change of hormones for being perimenopausal. Perimenopause, they say, can last 10 years, but my gynecologist was like, until you start having hot flashes and actual symptoms, she's like, perimenopause for me, she's like, is when you start sputtering out, right? She's like, because in your 40s, if you don't hit menopause until you're 60, 61, pretending that you're in perimenopause for 20 years is insane. I'm like, I hear you on that. I hear you. I'm sure the OnlyFans regret aftermath in 20 years is going to be crazy. I feel very bad for all of them. I can't believe it. I can't believe these women go on that shit. But even with Twitch a few years ago, all those hot tub chicks, remember the chicks that used to sit in the plastic chair? So here would be their butthole, and you could see that's the butthole, like that's the actual hole in the center, and this is the starfish. They would wear a thong that covered that much of their butthole, and you could literally see the starfish pucker. And these bitches were sitting on Twitch showing their actual poop shoot for money. I couldn't believe it. I'll never forget the first day that I saw it. I could not fucking believe it. Because when my husband used to stream Duck Sauce, World of Warcraft on Twitch, you weren't allowed to have a talk show. You weren't allowed to not be playing video games. You weren't allowed to ever talk about anything sexual. And I came in to give him a kiss and a coffee. And I was in a crop top. I had just worked out. You could see my stomach. And he got reached out to by Twitch, threatening to ban him. Fast forward just a few years, and they're like, look, it's a chick's butthole. Her actual asshole on screen. Look at us in hot tubs, shaking our boobs. And I'm like, is this for real? Is this real fucking life? I feel like whores ruin everything for nerds. Like Comic-Con for me, when I first started going to Comic-Con, it was just nerds. Everywhere. It's just a bunch of nerds. Then all of a sudden these slutty chicks are like, oh my God, I'm going to be famous. I'm going to wear Princess Leia and then maybe do porn. And I just want to be famous. I'm not even a nerd. I have no idea what this shit is, but I'm here to look hot, get attention, and be famous. I was like, what the fuck is happening? Sluts ruin everything. I'm sorry, you guys. You just fucking do, man. Just ruin everything with your slut ass. Hi, kitties. You're so slutty. Like, there's so many places. You ask them anything about the cosplay they're wearing, they don't fucking know. They don't fucking know. And that's when Comic-Con was just ruined for me. I was like, dude, I can't do this. I don't want to do this. Then Twitch went from gamers to these chicks like, my boobs, my butthole. Yeah, it's empowering. You know who's running the feminist movement? It's some gross, nasty old man. Like, these bitches are so stupid. I'm going to tell them that being a slut and showing off their bunghole is that's empowerment. Just show your bunghole off to a bunch of guys touching themselves. You're definitely empowered now. Kimmy! What's up, girl? No, it's not empowerment. All right, guys. AdrianCurry.com is where you shop with me. I guess I'll be on Wednesday. Wednesday is my birthday. I will be 43. This is the last time you are going to see me this young. So fucking sad about it, guys. I'm so sad about it. Go shop with me for my birthday. It'll be awesome, I promise. I hope you guys have a fantastic day. And I'm going to go love on my cats because I love cats. And my cats are the best.